Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Mona Dixon, and I am a council member for World Federation for Youth Clubs. I am super excited to be with you all in order to talk to you about speaking your truth. Some of you may know my story a little bit already, but for those of you who don't, and to just refresh you all, I actually grew up homeless for almost half of my life and was living on the streets and in and out of shelters, and the Boys and Girls Club had come to save my life. But in doing so, I became the National Youth of the Year for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. And a big part of that entailed me sharing my story on overcoming homelessness and what that was like and how the club changed my life. Now, when I first was asked to do that, I was definitely, afraid to do it. And I was definitely ashamed to share my story because I didn't want to continue to tell people all over the world that I grew up homeless, and I was embarrassed by that story. But the more and more that I spoke out, the more and more that I told that story, I started to realize how it impacted the lives of other people, and that through telling my story, other people felt like they could get through their obstacles or they could achieve whatever it is that they wanted to achieve as well because of the fact that I was able to do it and I was able to persevere. So then once I learned that, and I would hear stories like, oh my gosh, because of you, I can graduate high school, or you just motivated me to go back to school or get an education or to go after that dream job that I want. That's what kept me telling my story over and over and over again. And sometimes you have to just be very vulnerable and you got to be transparent. You got to dig in deep, and that can be difficult. But once you push through, you see that through your story, you can impact the lives of others. So that's how I found my courage to share my story. And today we just want each and every one of you to just speak proudly about what you do. Share your story, talk about your impact. Everybody wants to hear about it, and everybody can learn from each other as well. And the importance of sharing what you do is because this can help with fundraising as well. Every time you meet a new person, or every time you're talking about your passion of what you do and the passion of making an impact for young people, you can share that story, and you never know if that's an opportunity or for that person to get involved with your organization, whether it's donating or volunteering or speaking to your kids or coming out partnering with your organization. So definitely make sure that you're using any opportunity that you have to share your story and share the work that you do and the impact that you're making on the lives of these kids. In your session, in your networking session with each other, ask questions and listen, be a great listener. And maybe you're going to hear something that'll spark something that you've done at your club or with your kids that you'll want to share. And a tip that I have about sharing your story is just speak from the heart. I remember I used to write my speeches, and one time someone told me I had to give a speech that I wasn't ready for. I wasn't prepared. And they said, well, Mona, you got to give a speech. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I need to write? What do I need to say? And they said, nope, and he just tapped his heart and he told me, if you speak from the heart, then everything will go well. So as you're talking with each other, just speak from your heart, and your passion is going to shine through. You're going to connect with each other because you're all involved in the same type of work. You're all making a difference in the lives of youth. So it'll come together perfectly, whether you think it will or not. So in closing, I just want to thank each and every one of you for the work that you do for our kids every single day. Thank you for changing the world. Thank you for making an impact on these lives of the youth all over the world. You're truly making a difference. And I'm so proud to be a part of this organization with each and every one of you. And I can't wait to see the impact that you're going to have globally over the years to come. So thank you again. Thank you, Kirk. And thank you, Abby, for taking it on to the next step. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your time.